you bring other facts to bear in the debate that are being ignored. And that's what he was saying. And I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking.
Oh, that's interesting.
What was that?
Rich, I'm supposed to say that. That's supposed to be what you say in your house by yourself.
So the MAGA loyalists that are out there, the influencers, are now covering up and making it okay that we've been lied to about Epstein. The first one is, here's Bill O'Reilly, former primetime Fox News host, claims President Trump told him there are lots of names in the Epstein files with no connection to Epstein crimes and would destroy human beings. Okay, really? So you wouldn't want to destroy any human beings involved with Jeffrey Epstein? Because human life always comes first when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein.
Virginia Giuffre is dead. They say suicide, but then they also say it's because she overdosed on pills from the trauma.
Yeah.
You don't normally call that suicide. So people have been destroyed. Ass.
So let's listen to what Bill O'Reilly says.
I talked to President Trump man to man, eye to eye, on St. Patrick's Day about this and the Kennedy files and the King files. It was all one conversation. And he said, and I agree, there are a lot of names associated with Epstein that had nothing to do with Epstein's conduct. They maybe had lunch with him or maybe had some correspondence for one thing or another. If that name gets out, those people are destroyed because there's not going to be any context. Media doesn't care about context. So you can't do that. You can't destroy human beings by putting out the files, whatever they may be.
So you can't release the Epstein files because you will destroy people. Oh, by the way, now if you'll excuse me, I need to get on my next segment on how Israel has the right to bomb hospitals.
Right. It doesn't add up.
Right. So yeah, this whole thing. Oh, we're trying to protect people. That's the new line.
Yeah, this is News Nation, home of the UFO disclosure of the magic egg a guy found.
Yeah.
And with Chris Cuomo, the guy whose producer who wrote those terrible things he said during the pandemic turned out to be a pedophile that went to his closest associate. What a joke. Who watches the news? Who could watch it?
Who could watch this? Unbelievable. So so Bill O'Reilly's big revelation is that I talked to Trump and you can't release this stuff because innocent people will get caught up. You gotta be, isn't it amazing how the bid for humanitarianism always rears its head when a tyrant is cornered? Everybody's, so he's just trying to be kind. That's what
Charlie Kirk has put together what it might be. I watched the clip of him. Remember, we had the clip of Charlie Kirk going, I don't understand.
Right.
And then I watch a clip. I know what it is. And I watch it, and 15 minutes in, I don't know what the hell it is. So they're all going to go do. Laura Loomer is putting out that interference. Oh, I heard Cash might quit because they're diverting all the attention onto Bondi.
That's it.
That's what she's there for.
That's what
she's there for.
And here's my favorite Twitter warrior, who I've had many Twitter run-ins with. He's referred to me as
the best.
He's
Did
referred
he
to me as
black people.
He's referred. Yeah, remember that when he said stay away
White
from black people.
You've got to try to not live near black people. Like you needed that message. Like white people needed to hear him tell them, "Oh yeah, don't white flight."
So, anyways, but I do have warm feelings for this guy because
I like Dilbert. I like
Dilbert a lot, and he's got cancer. And so I feel bad for anybody like that. But you want to hear, so he's going to tell you that, watch how he spins it. This is an amazing spin. So he knows that they're all lying about Epstein, meaning Trump, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, and Bongino. He knows they're all lying, but it's okay because it's for your own good. You think I'm kidding? Watch this.
If you trust Trump.
First of all, I don't trust a politician. Why are you trusting a politician? Again, we're not supposed to be loyal to a politician. The politician is supposed to be loyal to us. And I get that Trump called you when he found out that you had cancer, and so you love him. I get that. You have affection for Trump. I get that. But here we go.
If you trust Trump, you have to also trust him to lie to you when it's in your best interest.
Well, I don't, so we're done.
It's uncomfortable. But how many of you know that there's something called the CIA? Have you heard of it? If you know that there's a CIA and you have not been railing to completely eliminate them from our system.
Well, I have been, and everybody I know hates the CIA and wants to get rid of them. Who are these pro-CIA people that he's talking about?
Are you watching TV shows and you think that's real?
Right? Yeah, you want it. Anyway, here we go. So he's saying that the CIA is a good thing, even though they're obviously not, and they've been connected to killing JFK, RFK, Martin Luther King. Every horrible thing this country trauma's experienced has been all the wars, all the lies. Okay, here we go. But he's saying it's a good thing that we have the CIA there to lie to us.
Then you've already bought into the idea that your government can lie to you. So don't act like you're all above it. We're not above it.
So if you don't hate the CIA and want to get rid of them, you already know that the government's going to lie to you, and you are not above it. You should shut up now, because the government, you already somehow made agreement that the government can lie to you. These are called mental gymnastics.
No, he's dead right. If you're that much of a moron that you think with the CIA is good because it's a crazy world,
right?
Which I hear people say. You have. It's just that I'm getting triggered because he's acting like I would have accepted the CIA, which I have not.
No. Okay, so let's go on.
I wake up knowing that my country has a CIA and that their job is to not tell the truth. I mean, it's built into the job. And I don't expect them to tell me the truth, but I do expect them to keep me safe. So, they're not going to be perfect, and there'll be some corruption that gets into every system. But if you trust Trump to handle the country's interests first, then you should also trust him to know when to lie to you, and that when that's in your best interest, or the best interest of the country as a whole.
How about Operation Warp Speed? Was it in our interest for all those lies to happen? Because he got duped by the Operation Warp Speed and all the Fauci propaganda and all the big pharma. He got duped by it during COVID. So I guess were those lies okay then? And Trump's Operation Warp Speed lie, which he still clings to, by the way.
Yeah, Dottie Sandusky. He's still Dottie Sandusky's wife to this day thinks he was just helping those boys with freedom.
So this is, and I get why he has to do this mental job. I'm sympathetic because he's got cancer, and Trump called him personally and said, "I'll do anything I can to help you." So,
yeah, and he's that smug. He's that arrogant. When he said, "You won," the people that said the vax wasn't good, you won. That's the mentality he has. No one won, dickhead.
Everybody lost.
And by the way, a side effect of the vax, I don't know if you've heard, is suddenly getting cancer. I don't know if it's related. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but. You see the refusal to break the mental control from a guy who's smart? Oh, you want... It's not game theory. These are people's lives,
yes.
Scott.
So, again, Scott Adams, I'm a big fan of his. I have affection for him. I have sympathy for him. I have all these things.
Bad for him.
I know he hates my guts. That's okay. That's fine. It doesn't bother me at all.
Well, you can see his flaws and pity him.
Yeah.
But he does like CIA, Jimmy.
But he does like the CIA, and he likes that their job is to lie to us because that keeps us safe. That is such a adult child of an alcoholic thing to do. That is such a trauma-based response to being lied to. Oh, they're doing it to help me.
That's such a good analogy that I use constantly, Jimmy, that adult child of alcoholics, because that's a form of trauma-based mind control right there. That people, without the government involved, people go through that. It's mind control.
So how about this type of lie, Scott? Are you okay with this type of lie? This is the U.S. Department of Justice, FBI, under Donald Trump. They said that Jeffrey Epstein, here's what they said about Jeffrey Epstein. The systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. There was also no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. we did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. So the people who did child raping, they're not going to prosecute any of them. None of them.
He looked really hard.
So
at
this
10,000 hours of video.
This is the
That must've
lie.
been rough.
This is the lie he's saying is okay. That's the lie. He's saying Trump has to tell you, and the CIA has to tell you to keep you safe. To keep you safe, they have to not prosecute pedophiles.
Oh, I feel like a Catholic, Jimmy. I feel like I should still go to church even after the bad thing that happened.
That's right. That's what this is. That's the lie he's saying is okay. That's the lie he's like almost happy and giddy about. Like, oh, that means that Trump is protecting me because they're lying blatantly and everyone knows they're lying. He said that earlier in that video. I didn't show that part, but he said everybody knows they're lying. I know they're lying. Yes, they're lying, but it's good. It's a good lie. It makes me feel safe.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm starting a new podcast called Can You Hear Yourself? And I want to get Scott Adams as my first guest.
So that's a guy who, so was it okay when they lied about the Operation Warp Speed? Was it okay that they lied about COVID? Not just a little bit. They lied at everything about COVID was a lie. Everything from where the virus came from. They called you a racist. Everything from who funded the creation of the virus, where it was made. Everything from lockdowns being good to masks to this vaccine stopping transmission and contraction, which was the basis for mandating that thing. Those were all
my favorite.
Those were all lies. But they didn't mess up. It wasn't they didn't know enough yet.
Yeah.
It was all the way they reported the deaths from COVID. They lied about that. They overstated them. If you got in an car accident and you had COVID, they said you died from COVID, not with it. And if you got vaccinated and you died within a week or two after that, they said you weren't vaccinated. They didn't consider you. So there wasn't. So anyway, those are the lies that those are also government lies told to you. Are you okay with
the best twist, Jimmy? That it's not even a lab in China. It's a lab in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Right. Chapel Hill.
I didn't see coming.
Right. According to Jeffrey Sachs.
Well, I believe him, and not the government that told me Epstein was a lone wolf human trafficker.
So anyway, that's when a dumb guy like me sees a super smart guy like that bending himself into a pretzel and doing those kind of mental gymnastics because he emotionally can't handle what's happening. All I do is I really have sympathy for him. I really do. I have sympathy for him.
Handicapped person.
But it's like he's like an emotional handicap. Yes.
It turns out IQ, all their focus on mutating your IQ, everything's not based on IQ. It turns out honesty,
right,
having a little bit of humanity and
but
wisdom.
He definitely has a trauma base. I mean, again, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm a dumb guy. I'm a C student. I'm a comedian. But that that whole just as Kathy O'Brien talked about. That COVID was all based on trauma.
Yeah.
And this is like, these are all trauma responses to being lied to on a scale your brain can't comprehend.
He would argue the science with you and not the obvious thing of their liars. So it's like, hey, some guy got eaten near Jeffrey Dahmer's house. Do you think it was Dahmer? Well, there's no evidence. I mean, when to eat a human, you would need to cook your oven. He would have everything technical instead of the obvious answer that the local cannibal did it. That's how they think. A woman has a penis, and well, scientifically, or lives at TikTok and stupid with the yarmulke on her face. You don't want kids to be told about gay sex in kindergarten. Are you an expert?
Yeah.
No, I'm the parent, you dipshit.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing that they do over and over, and that's what higher education and all the education has given us. They all the information's there for you to look at. So what can they do to hide it? They can compartmentalize your brain into these moron boxes, and the people it works best on are high IQ people. By the way,
that's right, and he's got a very high IQ for sure.
And he's all split up. Yep,
and he's all split up. He's very high IQ. Writes a great cartoon. Brought me lots of pleasure and comfort.
Very funny cartoon. Love
Dilbert. And he's even written some other books that I've read parts of. That are very insightful about how to, run your life and certain things like that. I'm not a blanket guy. Scott Adams is horrible. I'm just saying that this is kind of, I have sympathy for him when I see him do things like this. Put it that way.
the guy got all his boosters. He's got cancer all of a sudden, and he still is not going to because smug. I don't know who sent in the term smugnerant.
Smugnerant was Paul Gilmartin.
Excellent. That's what he is, smugnerant, because the smugness that he's programmed with, he cannot allow himself to go, oh, I'm profoundly wrong on this, and I wish I wasn't. He goes, okay, well, you won.
Yeah.
That's his magnanimousness.
All right, over to Steph.
Okay, Rubber Toe, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Rubber Toe was wrong. All seed oil bad, even cold pressed, because omega-6 poison to body, period. Especially sesame seed oil, avocado, sardines, and all grain-fed animal meats and eggs. Rubber Toe.
Well, it rains aluminum on me, so I mean, what am I going to do?
Right? Vienticus Prime, you're watching Mr. Robot, but did you watch Jones Plantation yet? No, I haven't. Hey, welcome to our new subscriber, Oscar Bingazer. Thank you so much. There is nothing transparent about this fucking government, Noel 2024. This time they will tell us the truth. Oh, what's that? Breaking? This just in. None of this stuff exists. Hashtag trust us, bro. More. Back to Jimmy.